becoming a pastor's wife. There's a way you're supposed to dress. There's a way you're supposed to talk to people. You're literally a mother. Oh my God. Like that thing was stressing me out. I'm like, so does that mean I have to have people carrying my handbags everywhere, me wearing heels everywhere, having a nice car, making sure that my nails are done, my hair is nice, my outfit is spot on. Hey! And I think everyone around me was like, you know what? You have to be on top. And again, how old was I? I was 25. It took one friend, and I am grateful. Mary, I know you're watching this. Mary Nyoro. Big up to you. I remember her sitting me down. She just told me one thing. I was like, what do you mean?
So when I'm in a relationship in my relationship with my husband, what am I trying to do? To be perfect so that I can be loved. So that's the end goal. The reason why I want to be perfect, so that I can be loved, so that I can be chosen, so that I can be accepted. When I go to my friends, why am I trying to be perfect? So that I can be loved, so that I can be chosen, so that I can be accepted. It does not matter how perfect you think you are. Yeah, because to a human being, one thing that God deals with when you give your life to Christ is making you get to a place where you are rested, that you don't have to earn or you don't have to work towards perfection. Hello. My name is SN2.
And I'm Victoria Bahati.
Welcome to
The Other Life.
Here we explore life's journey through the lens of faith.
And I believe that you've been having such an amazing time by liking our content and interacting with it. I believe your life is transforming. Please tell us on the comment section. Tell us how your life has been, how this podcast has transformed your life. We've seen your messages, a lot of them. We've seen your testimonies, and it's amazing to see what God is doing in your life. So today we delve into another wonderful topic that affects most of us, actually.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but many people assume it's actually not an issue.
Yeah.
But the truth is it's an issue. We've made it a norm, but it's just a societal norm, not something that is supposed to be there. Yeah.
We are back. Bigger and better as usual.
Bigger and better. So our topic today is the pressure to be perfect.
The pressure to be perfect.
The pressure to be perfect. And I'll start by asking a question. Have you ever felt the pressure to be perfect?
Yes, I have. I have
In
growing
what area?
up in various seasons or stages in my life. Having grown up in a not in a complete home. Being brought up by my grandmother kind of gave me the pressure. I felt the pressure to be perfect because I'm like, if I don't give my best, I'm not my best. I feel like
Not good
I'll
enough.
not be accepted here. So it's like I have to prove that they made the right choice by taking me in. So I felt the pressure to be perfect. I would not express myself, not because I'm not maybe happy or sad or all of that, but it's just that I want to be a certain way so that I make it comfortable for them, so that they don't wonder why did we actually accept to bring up this child, and she's not really, because your grandparents are not like
Your real parents.
Yeah, they are not per se. They can choose not to be responsible for you. They're not like your parents. It's like you're their responsibility.
They kind of have no choice.
But when your grandparents actually bring you up, I count that as a blessing and as a privilege. So now is when I see it as a blessing, as a privilege. But then I was like, I need to be a certain way, so that I can be accepted in this home, so that I can be loved, so that I can at least fit in and so that I can at least make them feel as though they made the right they made the right decision.
Oh, interesting. I think when we were going through this, I had so many flashes of the same, of the pressure. Did I ever experience the pressure to be perfect? Yes, so many times.
Yeah.
And I think I'll take it back to when I was in primary school. I was used to being number one. And my dad especially was okay with it. Until one time I became number two. And he told me a statement. I think I was in class 3 or class 4. I can't remember clearly. But he said, being number two is being the first to lose.
Wow.
Where?
Hey. The pressure.
The pressure was getting worse. Yeah, so you being told that being number two is being the first to lose. What is that exactly supposed to mean?
You can only be number one.
You have no choice but become number one. So sometimes I wonder, did I become number one because I was bright? Or was it to prove a point to my dad by the way?
Yeah.
I am good enough.
Into yourself, like.
Yeah. I think the other time it came up again in my studies. We finished Form 4. I got a grade that took me to campus, but of course not what my parents expected. Again, my dad likened me to my neighbor who had an A-. I know you know yourself. I know you watch. You know yourself, my dear neighbor. Yeah. And I was like, wow. 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 When I think compared to this guy was so bright. He had an A-. I had a grade that took me to campus and made me have a degree. That's what matters. Yeah. So that's, again, took me to a space of, I have to prove to my dad that I'm good enough, I am bright, I am smart. Yeah. And I think that the last one came in when I was getting married, especially because I was not just getting married to anyone. I was getting to a married I was getting married to a man, number one. Both of us are very young. We were both in campus, by the way. Yeah, we were both in campus, we were young. And to make it worse or better, this is a man of God. There was that aspect of, you know, you're becoming a pastor's wife. There's a way you're supposed to dress. There's a way you're supposed to talk to people. You're literally a mother. Oh my God. Like that thing was stressing me out. I'm like, so does that mean I have to have people carrying my handbags everywhere, me wearing heels everywhere, having a nice car, you know, making sure that my nails are done, my hair is nice, my outfit is spot on. Hey! And I think everyone around me was like, you know what, you have to be on top. And again, how old was I? I was 25. Like, I'm still trying out life.
You don't even know what.
I don't even know what life is in the first place. Then the people who are supposed to be helping you are actually the ones who are telling you that, you know, when you become a pastor's wife,
there's a way you should carry yourself.
A lot. My friend, at 25, I was still struggling with prayer. Reading my Bible was still not... I mean,
you're developing.
I was developing my whatever, my discipline of reading the Bible and praying. Hey, that came with a lot of pressure. It took one friend, and I am grateful. Mary, I know you're watching this. Mary Nyoro, big up to you. I remember her sitting me down because I think she had just gotten married to a pastor or something, or a man. I mean, she had gotten married to a minister who was almost becoming a pastor. So he was operating in the office of a pastor. And I remember her sitting me down and I was asking her questions like, Kwani, what is expected of me? Like, I'm feeling too much pressure. I don't know what to do. She just told me one thing, just be you. I was like, what do you mean?
What?
So I don't have to be, I don't have to be all calm. I don't have to lose myself. And she told me something that was so profound. She said that God saw it fit for you to be the wife of this man, and he knew that you would handle this man. So
you have all what it takes.
You have all it takes, just be you. He loved you for you being you, because at the end of the day, you're going to lose yourself. I think that's the best deliverance I ever got. So me getting into it, I was like, just like, you guys, I'm
doing me.
This is Victoria. I am not trying to be like anyone. I'm not trying to be like your typical pastor's wife. Yeah, I'm not trying to be your typical pastor's wife. So I'll just be me. And here we are. How many years later? 7 years later.
Wow.
And I'm happy that I became me. Yeah.
And the pressure to be perfect is like everywhere. It's because there is a friend. I've also been there where I've fallen for that pressure to be a perfect friend, where you are trying to do all it takes for the other person at your expense. So the motive is that's okay to do that, to be there for someone, but what's the motive? Why are you trying to do that?
Are you doing it so that the other person can also reciprocate?
Yeah, or are you trying to do that so that you cannot? Because you see, the reason why we try to be perfect is it's sponsored by something. We don't want to be maybe we are trying to protect our reputation, or maybe we have underlying issues where you're not feeling good enough, so you're seeking out for validation. So you find yourself, you're a friend. So because you're seeking validation, the motive is you're not trying to be a good friend to this person, to give a hearing ear, be there for them. You're doing it because you're afraid of losing them. So that, again, that's the wrong motive, because that's you're like, I need to be the best version of myself, so that so that this person can see my value and stay. You get? So it's not coming from a place where this is what God wants me to do. This is the right thing to do. No, it's the pressure to be perfect, because the reason why you have that pressure to be perfect is because you don't want to miss out on something, you don't want to lose the person, or you want to be seen a certain way. So there's that pressure to be perfect. So you fall for maybe trying to be a perfect friend, you fall trying to be a perfect wife, you try to be a perfect leader, and then it's just you realize that wow, you can never. The pressure to be perfect, because what does it mean to be perfect? To be perfect, perfect. I bind every tongue slipping whatever. Hey, you're not here when some people from the United States and everywhere across are watching, surely. Anyways, to be perfect is to be free of any moral, of any faults. Let's say to be perfect, to be free of any faults. How possible is it to be free of fault? Yeah, how is that? How is that? Is it possible to be free of of any fault whatsoever?
I don't think it's possible for us to be like that, to be honest. Because we fall short every day. And again,
that's why we need Jesus. Because
Jesus in the first place.
Yeah.
Because you'll never be good enough. The man, this flesh, is desperately wicked. So because it's desperately wicked, we need Jesus who makes us righteous.
Yeah.
So unless you have Jesus,
it's a loop. It's a loop. You never get to the end. And then you find yourself, the pressure to be perfect. Let me, for example, use the aspect of trying to be a perfect wife. When you try to be a perfect wife, is because it's not even coming from the right place. You will do it, and then the results that you expect is not what you get. So you end up being so frustrated and miserable, and you're wondering, I'm doing all this, and then what am I getting in return? Either the opposite of what I'm doing or nothing at all. So you so you end up even resenting your husband based on what? Based on your pressure, on your pressure to be perfect. Whereby, because you see, it's a hard thing. There's a way someone can do something for you and your heart is open and you feel, oh my God. And then there's someone can do something for you and you're like, why is this person that? Like, your heart does not resonate with what they have done. They have done a good thing, but it's like your heart can tell you where this is coming from is not the right place. We are spiritual human beings. You can tell when someone, even your husband or someone, can give you an instruction, innocent, like the instruction by itself is innocent, but now the spirit behind the instruction can make you react a certain way, and then after that you're like, why did I have to react that way? And then after you're talking, after some time, they tell you you had done something, and then like maybe they were informed by something you had done. So when they're coming to give you an instruction, they are basing it on what you had done. Maybe you had failed before, so when they're coming to give you an instruction, they're coming with that. So what do? You defend yourself. So the first response you give is, why are you telling me that? Maybe it's because of the spirit behind the instruction. So it's the same thing. You try and do a lot of nice stuff for people, but what is sponsoring it? The pressure to be perfect. So you don't actually get back what you expect. You find you do good, but it's maybe not recognized, or maybe you expected a certain response because of that. Then it's exactly the opposite, or there's nothing that is done. So you end up being not so happy wife, not so happy friend, not so happy leader, not so happy mother, not so happy. You become your life, you based on what you're doing, there's nothing that seems to be working, but you're putting in all the effort. But from where is that? What is the motive? From where? Yeah. From where is that coming from? Yeah. And I think it's important to always ask ourselves that question, because if you don't do that, you will always do stuff and always be like, people are not for me, people, and you see the way you can end up being bitter. The way people post and say, oh, this world is full of this kind of people. This is a scam. This is a what? This is a what? This is a what? But just sit down and ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? Could it be that what sponsored me to do all these things was the pressure to be perfect, and I'm not getting the results that I thought I would get, because even the motive behind it was not right. Yeah.
I also tend to think that from what you've said, where does this pressure come from? Sometimes it's from the society and also social media. You see some things on social media, you're like, wow. So and so has renovated their house. They have gone to this particular place. Oh, they are wearing this kind of brand. I also have to. Yeah. For me to look nice, I have to wear makeup, long nails, carry a nice bag, go to such a place, drive a certain car, take my kids to this particular school.
Yeah.
So because of that, the thing is, with social media, we only post the nice things.
Of course, because you're looking, yeah.
We are all glammed up.
We don't wake up, we did not wake up like this, just in case there's someone wondering.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't wake up like this. There are bonnets on our heads,
Yeah. Just come after a few hours. Let's meet after a few hours after this. Yeah, you will be so surprised. Yeah.
So because whatever we show on social media is
the good part.
The perfect part.
Yeah.
And everyone feels like, and even for the people who are showing that side, it's out of, this is what they have decided to show.
Yeah, and it's what sells,
and this is
to be honest.
Selling.
Yeah.
So that one versus the real life.
Nope.
There's a problem. You understand? Again, I also feel like pressure, especially when you're married, it comes from family. There's a way, maybe the kind of family you've gotten married to, rather, believes in certain things. There's a way you're supposed to carry yourself around them. There's a way why you should work around the home. How are the parents? How are their culture? Getting to learn who is where am I, and do I fit into this family, or is just out of so you have to learn where the pressure is coming from. But remember, you're not married to the family per se. You're married to one person who saw something nice in you and brought you into their family. So you end up trying to be like the other maybe wives in that particular family or the sisters, or like the mother-in-law. You're like, I have to do this and do this, and that's not you. What does that make you do? It makes you even hate going to that place because you're really trying so hard to be like these people, and you're running away from yourself. And running away from yourself, by the way, it's a race you will never win, by the way. Because it's like you're chasing the wind. You will never catch the wind at all. Never. Sometimes I also think it's in church, especially now that we're Christians. Sometimes you feel like, especially I think as a minister, there's the aspect of who is more spiritual than who. Wow. You understand? Wow. You feel like, this one is not spiritual. Why? Because they're not speaking spiritual jargons. They don't dress in a certain way. They don't speak in tongues in capital letters. So you feel like there is that aspect of I have to be perfect. I want to look like that perfect pastor's wife who knows the word like my husband or my leader, who prays and shakes all the walls and bring down walls. You understand?
Yeah.
But maybe you are just called to be someone easy, to be able to connect with
The people around you.
People love you for who you are. Now you're there trying
to be someone
to
else.
speak, talking about Ahithophel, someone you do not even know.
You confuse yourself and others while at it.
Because you want to be spiritually perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because of, again, all the things that we get to see. Sometimes it's the internal voices, because again, there are so many voices in our lives, and most of them, and none of them is
without signification.
So
yeah.
there are different kinds of voice. There's the voice of your flesh, the voice of your mind, the voice of your pastor, the voice of God. Different kinds of voices.
Yeah.
The voice of your circumstance. So you might actually think you're hearing God,
Hey.
but in real sense, it's the
No.
voice of your circumstance, because again of what you're watching, the people you're hanging out with,
Yeah,
the,
your environment.
the people in your office, and also the desire, because sometimes it comes from how we grew up. You want to prove to everybody that. There's a friend of mine who was telling me when the husband, they would want to, when they just gotten married and they got a Mercedes. So every time that they had a family function, she wanted to drive the Mercedes home.
Oh.
Why? Because she wanted to prove to the family that you
I
think
ma-
I
I
got
made
married
it.
to a
I made
you think I got
it.
married
Hey.
to a poor man. You have to say. And the funny thing, the sister was living in the same estate, so the husband was always like, so you
Doesn't
just
make
go
sense.
with your sister. And she's willing to drive you around and allow me to use the same car to go for my errands or to work. No, she's there like, you know what? I have to do this thing. I have to prove to everyone that, Mama, I made it. You know, those people in the village, you want to prove to them that, now I own a Mercedes, you have to buy a nice dress. And you're going for matanga, for burial, that is.
For
funeral.
For a few hours.
You have to apply makeup upon makeup. You make your nails, you make your hair, just to look a certain way. But who really cares?
No one.
No one cares.
And we'll forget. We
And
will
we actually
forget. We do forget. And I think it's good to know where that pressure to be perfect is coming from. Because if you don't know where it is coming from, and you know it's coming from, you see, even social media, why I say sometimes it's not entirely the fault of maybe the influencers and all of that, is because even like what appeals to you is what is already in
your
you.
heart, yeah.
It's already in you. So, for example, if someone posts a good car, or their page is just full of them doing makeup and maybe just living their life, and that gives you the pressure to be perfect, it has little to do with the other person, but everything to do with you. Because why is that? Why is there? There's someone who will see that and be like, wow, I love what this person is doing, but they don't have any pressure to live the same life. They're not feeling any pressure to be perfect, to be, because I don't know what perfect is anyway. Do we even know what perfect is at this point?
What's your definition of perfect?
I don't even know, because when you think you're perfect, there's something better. So I actually don't know what is perfect. But when you have that, then so it means it's not really about the other person. It's not really, there are influences, but the thing is, there's something in you that you need to deal with that is causing you to have that pressure to be perfect. Most of the time, what affects us is not really what the influences around us do, is just amplify what's
already in us.
What's already in us.
Yeah.
For example, like I can say, for me, I realized it's after years. It's just like not even long ago, maybe last year, beginning of last year or so. It's been a journey and I'm still on it, whereby because of my background, because of my upbringing, because of all of that, I realized that's where the pressure to be perfect is coming from.
Yeah.
It is not coming from all these other things. It's like triggers. They're like just triggering the actual thing. The actual thing is there. They're just so social media is a trigger. My friendships are a trigger. My marriage is a trigger. All these are triggers. So I realized it's coming from the root is what I felt. What I felt growing up. I felt like because I'm not from a complete home, I have to earn. I have to earn my place everywhere I am. So if you want to, you have to earn. That means you have to give your best. You have to be
at all times.
at your, even when you're sick, you have to act as though you are not sick. Like I have to give my, I have to, to show my best, to have my best foot forward at all times. Where was that coming from? Not from the whatever is happening now. It's coming from
way back
how I was brought up. So you have to go back and ask yourself, like, where is this pressure to be perfect actually coming from? What's sponsoring this pressure to be perfect? Is this how I was brought up? Is it some of the experiences that I have, the traumas that I have gone through? Because unless you know where it is coming from, you will just be trying to cover it up, and then something will happen, then it will take you back, and then you're wondering, why am I in this loop? But it's because you have not really discovered where is this coming from. So for me, once I discovered, wow, so every time, most of the things I have been doing is because I'm trying to be loved. I'm trying to be accepted. I'm trying to be chosen. I'm trying, like, all these things. This is what is sponsoring my this is what is sponsoring my need to be perfect. So when I'm in a relationship with, when in my relationship with my husband, what am I trying to do? To be perfect so that I can be loved. So that's the end goal. The reason why I want to be perfect, so that I can be loved, so that I can be chosen, so that I can be accepted. When I go to my friends, why am I trying to be perfect? So that I can be loved, so that I can be chosen, so that I can be accepted. When I go to my ministry and the people I am leading, or the people I'm interacting with, again, we are going back to the same thing. Same cycle. Yeah. Why am I trying to be perfect? So that they can love me, so that they can accept me, so that they can choose me. So even for the people I'm leading, I want them to see me as a perfect leader, so that they don't opt for another leader over me. You get, like, it ended up being literally everywhere. So by the time I was realizing it, there was an experience that happened, and I was like, you know what? It does not matter how perfect you think. It does not matter how perfect you think you are. Yeah, because to a human being, you cannot be perfect. And even to God, you cannot be perfect. And and actually, the only person who we can say is perfect is God, because he's the one who actually knows what perfection is. We actually don't know what perfection is. We don't know how it looks like to be without fault. We don't know how that looks like to be without fault, because today you have done this, tomorrow you forget, tomorrow you are angry, today you are not angry. When it comes to your anger, you're perfect. Then tomorrow you go back to being angry. So I mean, we don't even know how perfection looks like, and if we can even handle perfection. So it is in that season that I realized I have been trying to build my life around this perfection, and even everything that I've tried to build has come crumbling down. In my quest to be perfect, I have literally lost everything in my quest to be perfect. So I asked myself, what does God actually say about me? What does God say about me? How does God see me? Because all this time I was looking at how I see myself and how others see me. You. I had not factored in the God part. How does God see me? Because all along is I'm trying to please who? The people around me. I'm trying to be perfect for who? Not even for God.
No, for yourself.
Not even for God, for myself and for others. God is not even in the picture. So I began to ask myself, how does God see me? How does God see me? I need to be informed by how God sees me, because I have tried to be perfect. And the thing about trying to be perfect is you'll try to be perfect and then you'll do one mistake. And then the people you thought else, that exactly you'll do something, you try even for your husband, because we are all human beings. Your husband, your friends, your peers, it's the same. Because you're trying to be perfect, you'll do one thing and that will override everything that you try to do. Everything. So you are trying to be good or to be perfect so that you don't lose them. Then you'll do one thing.
And then that's it.
And then that's it. So you're back again.
Sadly.
You're back again.
To
the same thing. So unless you really know what God says about you, number one, at least know where they need to be perfect. What are you trying to achieve by being perfect? There's something you are trying to achieve by being perfect.
Yeah.
So what is it? Maybe you want to be loved. maybe you want to, there's something you are trying
There's
to,
an end goal.
there's an end goal. So it's the end goal to wanting to be perfect. Then number 2, what does God actually say about you? Not others. Let's leave others. They're not your creator.
Yeah.
No.
The main
Your creator.
Yeah.
What does he say about
you.
Yeah.
That reminds me of, you see, there's a certain small video I was watching actually yesterday, and it was talking about how in that quest for being perfect and in that quest for, you want to look nice, you want to be perfect for everyone. This lady was giving a story of of how she had just given birth and 2 of her friends had also given birth. So during that time, after she had given birth, she developed complications with her pelvis. So there are things she wasn't able to do. And at that point, their relationship, it was during COVID, their relationship with their parents was not all that, because again, it's COVID, they're on the other side, in the other side of town. They can't come and all. Now these 2 friends, their parents are in Nairobi. So one of them, their dad could come over, they would hang out. They had such a perfect, according to her,
I can see again
relationship between
this perfection thing is a scam.
Exactly. And the mother, on the other side, this other lady was trying to work out. Remember, they've all given birth at the same time. She's trying to work out, doing planks, doing sit-ups, trying to join the gym and all. And she ended up hating these 2 people. And these are, mind you, these are her friends. She ended up hating them so much. Every time she could see their content, they were like, you know what? This is show off. But you see, the problem was not with these 2 friends. The problem was with her. Why is she feeling bad? Because person X, her parents are around, they are a good community for her. This other person is able to work out, on her side, she's not able to experience that at that point. On this other side, this other lady is trying to lose weight by working out and all, but for her, she's not able to, because her pelvis and her back has a problem. So she ended up hating these 2 women. Why? She felt like these other people, why are they trying to, and she could actually say it. You know what? These people are acting some way. This is not their normal life. They're just trying to show us on social media. Again, what was it projecting? What was in her heart? It had nothing to do with these
the
2
other
friends.
2 people.
Because that's what they decided to do. And it was their norm. Before the baby, this lady was still working out before pregnancy. These other lady,
nothing has changed really.
Nothing has really
just your heart.
It's just that babies came and you have your own issues, but they don't have the same issues as you. So she was like, you have to dig deep inside your heart and get to know what's the motive behind how I am feeling, or what's my motive, why do I want to do what I want to do to appear a certain way. So for her, she started, I don't know, she said she started doing something, she started like walking to try to prove a point, but you see, again, she couldn't earn it.
You cannot even,
she couldn't even go so far with it.
You can't.
And then she was like, you know what, guys, live your life, be you don't have to compete with anyone. In that, the fact that you're in the same situation in situations with them doesn't make you become them. You be you and be contented with who you are, and get to know, okay, I'm in this new season, this is how I am feeling about this particular season. God, what can I do about it?
This?
Because it's a season that will pass. Right now, the children are bigger. They're like, I think 6 years or 7. So that means whatever she wanted then, she couldn't get it. But right now, she's able to do everything she wanted to do.
It was just a season.
So she was actually telling young girls especially, you know what? Girls, don't be under pressure. If you see someone is giving you pressure or is actually triggering some things in you, the best thing you can do, instead of hating on them, just unfollow.
And subscribe to them.
Just unfollow,
and deal with
your heart.
Deal with it. Deal with it.
All the traumas, all the a lot of bile in your whatever in your system. Just deal with it and tell God to actually, you know what, expose these things for me to actually see what exactly is in me that needs to come out.